With aftermath of that deadly plane crash in Alabama. Good morning to you. I'm John Scott.
We all were, Mike, immune to the TC dysfunction. But what do you think's happening with the markets right now? The stocks seem to be on their own track. Why?
It's a very dramatic effect, as a matter of fact, has not held up this year. So what might be going on is the sequester kicked in. It kind of sidelined Congress in general because they weren't going to really touch the automatic spending cuts. So it kind of, okay, now we know what the status is.
Asking this question today is in anticipation of what's going to come up in the next few weeks, because we're going to be back to that point again. The debt ceiling, budget battles, health care, government shutdown. And folks want to know, in anticipation of that, what should I do with my money now? What would you say to someone with those concerns?
You know, I remember in January. So all these things are kind of in this little cauldron in Washington. So I do think there's a chance the market uses that as an excuse.
Some are also saying stocks are just way overvalued right now, despite anything, any sort of impact, any sort of variable. What do you think of that type of talk out there, that these record highs are just not sustainable? Oh, it's back, we're close to 2007 again.
Yes.
And that makes people nervous.
Well, the thing is,
that's for sure. And tough to watch your stock sometimes when that happens. But we'll see. We'll see if Wall Street's immune. Could be a new thing, new trend, Mike, and you're onto it.
Yeah, I don't know about immune, but maybe at least a little bit resistant.
All right, we'll take that. Mike, thank you very much. John? Big stories to get to today, including this one, some brand new developments in the battle over Obamacare. Great to have you with us today, everybody. I'm Jenna Lee. Not going to look into agreements, for example, to reduce arms. If that's not the path to go, which is one of the things that you argue in your column, what are other options? Going nuclear being a major concern for our national security. But one of the things that you've written about is it's not just our quote-unquote enemies that could be going nuclear, but some of the countries that we call our allies.
At least you have Sunnis and Shias, and Iran is the leader of the Shia world. So if the Saudis and other Sunni stalwarts...
Inevitable. Is there anything that would stop that path? I mean, if that is the most powerful weapon in the entire world, and that's what these countries, friends or foe, would like to have, what would ever motivate them not to go nuclear?
On stopping enemies from doing all kinds of things, including in the case of Iran, going nuclear, and in the case of North Korea.
That what we're projecting to the world is not being taken in that the way that we want it to be, right? We want it to be strong, but yet the way it's being perceived is different somehow. What do we change so that what we're saying and what we're doing is a show of force rather than the opposite? Benny, great to have you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.